This is World Business Report. A warm welcome. We're focusing now on the day's global business agenda. We will return to our special coverage of what's happening at the moment in London and, of course, following yesterday's terror attacks in Westminster in the afternoon. We'll talk some more about that in around about 7 minutes or so. But let's focus now on the business day ahead. And we are starting in the United States, where the House of Representatives will vote later on President Trump's plans to shake up the healthcare system, replacing what's known as Obamacare. Supporters say Obamacare has given access to health coverage for millions of poorer Americans. But the critics argue, led by President Trump, of course, that it's inefficient and ruinously expensive. So how much does it cost? Well, let's give you some numbers. In 2015, the United States spent $3.2 trillion on healthcare. Now, that makes it the most expensive system in the world. Almost 17% of the entire US economy, to put it in some kind of context for you. And that share of GDP is way bigger than any other developed country. Switzerland, for example, comes second at 11.5%, closely followed by Japan, Germany and France, as you can see here. Now, the Trump administration wants to cut that right back. It wants to try and stop fining people who don't take out medical insurance, and it wants to stop forcing firms to provide insurance. And it also is looking to curb government funding for Medicaid. That's the provision for low-income people. Now, the good news is that this would help fill the hole in America's public finances. As you can see, it's pretty large. The Congressional Budget Office, which is non-partisan, says it would bring down the federal budget deficit by that number there, $337 billion, within a 10-year period. The bad news, though, is the same office is warning it would leave 24 million more Americans without health insurance within that time frame, the 10 years. That's 14 million as soon as next year. It's put President Trump at odds with Democrats and many Republicans too.
The House